In this video, I'm going to show you how to leverage the most powerful platform available today to build up your business and your brand in 2024. And this platform is called Instagram. So many people use Instagram to consume content, but if you leverage it correctly, you can build up an audience, and through this audience, you can charge more for your offer and sell a lot more of it. So Instagram is very powerful if you use it correctly. So in this video, I want to show you how to build up your profile so you create more of an authority in your space. And then also, how do you leverage that authority to get in more conversations and close more deals? So I've been doing Instagram for a while now. Because of my content, because of how I do things, I get a lot of inbound leads. So if you're right now sending cold DMs, cold emails, you know how draining that can be to constantly be chasing for leads. So we use Instagram with our content, with retargeting, with different digital assets, and we have people reaching out to us every single day. So I have people reaching out, asking about my offer, asking about my free resources, and they're the ones starting conversations. That's such a more powerful position to be in for someone to be reaching out to you versus you dropping in that request folder. So I'm going to show you how to set everything up so you can create a lot of success here. So the main reason why I love Instagram so much is that we can do so much with it. So you can create posts, you can add videos, you can post stories, you can leave the stories up here with the highlights. You can add a description inside your bio. So it goes so much deeper and further than a platform like Twitter, in which you're most likely just writing out text. It goes deeper and further than YouTube. YouTube is great for different things, but Instagram, I use this as my main hub. So whenever someone is wanting to learn more about me on Instagram, they can see my knowledge and they can also see more about me and my life. And that's the goal of the platform. A lot of people, they don't really get that much results with Instagram because they're going too far in one of two directions. So some people might be getting a lot of engagement on their posts and people are commenting and reacting, but they're not closing any deals. And that's because they're sharing too much about their life. They're becoming too much of a friend to their audience, but they're not being seen as that authority that closes then the deals. And someone else might be too professional with their profile. So they're posting a lot of different value posts and they're sharing a lot of knowledge and people are getting wins, but people don't really know and trust and connect with that person. So they're not closing deals either. You need to have a mix of content that's going to do different things so that you can warm people up, but also connect with your audience so that they genuinely want to work with you. So let's start by describing the different types of content you should have on your Instagram. So the first one is the most obvious, and that's going to be your value content. So value content here is simply just talking more about what you know, and this is going to be pertaining to your industry, to your offer, so helping people get some wins for free. And don't be shy to provide too much value. Alex Hormozi talks about this, in which you could give all the value out there for free and people will sign up for your offer because they want to get that proximity to you. They want to get the accountability and they want to go further and faster together so that they can troubleshoot their problems, etc. So give all the value out there for free so that you can build that trust and help people actually get results. So the point of value content here is to share your knowledge and help people get wins. The next type of content here is going to be share content. So this is when we actually connect with our audience. Many people, whenever they're signing up for a coaching program, they're not just signing up for the outcome. They're signing up for the experience of getting there. So they aren't just buying the coaching, they're buying into the coach. So if you have more share content, now you're allowing people to connect with you, see what you're about, what are your values, what are you into, and now they can go a little bit deeper into you yourself. So with share content, we just want to share more about our life, basically. So a really quick example, I share a lot about fitness or my hobbies. I just bought a motorcycle recently, so I shared about that. So compared to someone that only has value content, I'm allowing people to see more about myself so that, if someone is wanting to grow their business and they see that I work out and they really like working out, they might go for my offer instead because they know that we're on the same wavelength and the way I run my business is also fitting in my time for my fitness, right? So allowing people to connect with you. So if you're into certain hobbies, you can connect with them. That's going to add to the conversation that you might have. And whenever you hop on coaching calls, you can actually enjoy the people that you work with as well. So your shared content, the goal here is to naturally push away people that aren't like you, that you wouldn't like working with anyways. And then the people that are like you and into what you like, they'll naturally lean in. So that's for shared content. The next one here is going to be proof content. So this is going to be more behind the scenes. So how do you actually deliver on your offer? What are your client wins? How does a program kind of break down? So this is going to be showing more that you're legit, basically. So how do you do things? It's going to be your proof content. And then the final one is give content. So the purpose here is to provide resources. So we provide resources so that someone can go even further with us. If they want to take the next step, they can then get a cheat sheet, an SOP, a worksheet, maybe a free community. And through all this, now they can get even more results. And ideally, we collect their contact information. So a give piece of content is going to be providing them a resource in exchange for their contact so that now we can do so much more with it. So the purpose of a give is to move them towards the next stage of our sales process. So those are the 4 different types of content right here that you should be having on your profile. So what I'm seeing work really well for myself. And again, because I want to show not only my expertise and my knowledge, but more about myself so that I can connect with the right type of people that I can actually help and that I really like working with. So we can see this broken down inside my page already. So right here, I have a couple different value posts. So here it's a video about KPIs. So why you should be using KPIs and how it works. A couple different videos here about setting up your funnel. This is why you should merge your IG profile, your brand, and also your business. I have shared content as well. So my workouts, sharing about my hobbies and what I like. I just purchased my motorcycle. Heroes on a podcast. Next, I have proof content. So this is how we actually start running ads. This is inside the community, what we have in the pipeline for the next 8 weeks. And then give. So here I give them a chance to DM me something if they want access to my free cheat sheet or my guide. And I also put it up there in my bio. All right. So I have different types of content right here so that people can connect with me and take the next step and they know what to do. All right, so that's for the content piece itself, but we're trying to build a lot of authority. So to do this correctly, we need to have all other pieces of the puzzle put together. And the reason we set all this stuff up on the top side here is that we want to naturally attract the right type of people to our profile. So at the very top here, we need to have a profile picture. So this should be something professional. We're all in business here, so make it professional. You're not drinking or something, and you want it to be very easy to see you. So you don't want to have a lot of people in the background. You don't want some kind of crazy backdrop either, so it's hard to see your face. Make it easy. You could potentially make it like a clear color in the back. Some people do that. I think it looks kind of childish. I just had a picture of myself. It was taken during a mastermind. Very easy to see me. I think it looks nice and it's somewhat professional, right? And so if you're a fitness coach, you could put something in that shows your physique. If you're a public speaking coach, you could show yourself on stage. So if you can, make it pertaining to your offer and your business, but otherwise, at least make it professional. The next part here is going to be your bio description. So inside the bio, there's a couple different things happening here. We're going to break that down, but the goal here is to basically show what you're about and give someone a chance to immediately lean in or hop off. So whenever we're attracting a new audience into our IG profile, we're doing that with organic content. We're doing that with ads, with different platforms. And so whenever someone clicks on our ad, for example, we want to give them a chance to know immediately if we're the person that they're looking for. Because at the end of the day, if we're building an audience with random people, there's not that much of a point to it, although there might be some purpose down the road, but we're trying to build an audience with people that can truly benefit from what we're talking about. So inside of our bio, we want to give them a chance to know exactly what we do and who we help. So the first line here is going to be your I help statement. So here we want to be calling out the actual avatar that we work with. So I help coaches. That's my avatar. Next is going to be the outcome or the solution that we help. So in this case, setting up ads and automated funnels. And the final here is going to be the tangible goal. So ideally, you want this to be tangible because if If you provide numbers, it's a lot more believable for people. That's just a sales trick. So in this case, I have the call out of the coaches, setting up the ads and automated funnels as the outcome. And the goal is to get them to 30K a month. But let's say, for example, you're a dating coach. So I help divorced men get on more dates with beautiful women so they can meet 3 to 5 new women every month. All right, so we're calling out the divorced men. The outcome is getting on more dates, and we're trying to meet 3 to 5 new women every month. All right, so that would be an I help statement, for example. So that if someone sees your ad or your content, they go on your profile, well, I'm a divorced man, so this is a person I'm looking for. And if I'm a single woman, this is probably not the right person I'm looking for, so I just hop off. Okay, so that through our audience, we can naturally focus on the right type of people. The second line here is going to be the resource. So this is a great way to provide an easy way for people to take the next step with you. So I add this in here so that if someone hops on my profile, they like what I'm talking about, they're getting wins with my content, and they want the next step, well, it's right here in my bio. So it's a DM me for resource. So in this case, I have my marketing machine playbook. So it's my funnel guide. So if someone messages me framework, I already know they went through all my content, they're checking me out, they're watching my stories. This is going to be a warm lead. So I really want to put a lot of focus on them. But if I didn't have this, they would just send me maybe a random message, or they wouldn't really know how to go about it. And if it's too hard for someone, if there's too much friction, they just won't do it. So it's a very easy way for me to capture even more leads just by putting that in my bio. And the third one here is going to be the actual training itself. So I recommend adding this link because training link, and this is going to be when someone's really warmed up. So this is your VSL, link to VSL. And we put the link right below. But basically the goal of the VSL is to go a little bit deeper into you, your background, your offer. Why did you come up with this offer, and why do you think it's the best way for someone to get to that outcome? So in my case, scaling to 30K a month, I think the best way is to use ads and automated funnels. So now if someone resonates with what I'm talking about, they can click on my link and go through my journey a bit, figure out how we do things. It's meant to be a high level overview, and the purpose is to sell them on the next step. So inside the VSL, we're gonna be talking about everything I just mentioned. At the end, we'll have a call to action. So if you're looking to book more calls, it might just be click on the link below to book a call. Or if you're looking to close in the DMs, it might be something like DM me community so that you can learn more about my offer. Then you would send them a one pager and try to close a deal. So the goal of the VSL is to sell that next step as well. So the bio here is a call out plus different ways of going deeper with you. So then we have the highlight section. So inside the highlight section, some people are a little bit more strict with their rules. I think you can have a little bit more fun with it. And the way I set it up is that I do recommend having a bare minimum of 3 things. So number 1, you want to have trainings. So trainings here are going to be links to your YouTube. So trainings, the goal here is that it gives someone an easy chance to go deeper with you. If you hear the common marketing statistic, it says that on average, it takes someone 7 hours of content to be ready enough to buy your program. So with Instagram, you can't get there, but it takes a lot of reels to get up to 7 hours of content. Instead, you can post links to your YouTubes in your story and then create an easy access on your highlights right here. So in my highlights, I'm parking all of my different stories that I made about my YouTubes, and I refer them back to here. So now someone can easily click through all my different highlights, find a video they like, and then go and watch it. So that's the first one you want to have, is your trainings. Very important to have YouTube set up. I think it's a huge game changer. If you're not using it yet, it allows you to build a lot of authority, and people can go a little bit deeper and hopefully get more results with you. The next one here is going to be your clients in their wins. an easy way to prove that you know what you're talking about. So here I have my client wins. I have testimonials right here. So it shows my expertise. And then finally, it's going to be about your life, basically. So some people say you should just have one highlight. I have fun with it. It allows me to segment different parts of my life. And so I have highlights about fitness, different trips that I have. I travel quite a bit, so they can see everything I'm up to. But the goal here is, again, to connect with your audience. Now someone can see a little bit more about your highlights, or through your highlights, they can see more about what you're up to constantly and the different things that you enjoy, so that they can also potentially connect with you on that same type of hobby. So I have a lot of fitness highlights. I have my trips. So that's the one you can have a little bit more fun with. You could have maybe just one highlight with everything, or split it up just how I did. So this is more about you. All right, so that's how you break down your profile right here. It's very important to have everything put together, because if you don't, you're not going to be maximizing as much as you could. And this is your main hub. So you might be posting on different platforms. You might be leveraging different types of tools to connect with your audience and your leads. But the goal of Instagram is to make it your main hub, so that someone can go deeper with you, they can get some wins, and they have all the steps laid out to then make it closer to your sales process. But how does this fit into the overall marketing machine right here? Well, I'm going to show you exactly how we break it down ourselves. So IG is so important because, again, it's that main hub. So whenever we bring leads in, they all go through our Instagram, because, again, I want to give people a chance to connect with me, to win with me, to get these free resources, because if they connect with me, I know for one that they're going to have that trust factor built up a lot more than someone that doesn't really know anything about my life. And if they get some wins, they'll be a lot warmer than a cold lead, because they've already gotten wins. They see me as a next natural step to make more progress. So it's very important that all my leads go through my main platform, which is Instagram. So that's why if I'm running organic content, they'll come here. My ads are all pushing them towards IG. Even my YouTube, I refer back to my IG as well. And even if you have different platforms as well. So let's say that, you're posting on other platforms. It might be TikTok, it might be LinkedIn, it could be Twitter or X, right? Yeah, I have other platforms. You might even have email, which I definitely recommend using email. But you don't have to create a whole different strategy. Most of the time, I just use email to basically refer back to my other content that I have. But you can also have other different sources of leads. But then the goal here is to continue to push them back towards our main funnel. All right, so now we have a lot of leads coming in. Okay, a lot of leads are coming in, and through our profile, the people that don't fit into what we're talking about are naturally going to fall out. That doesn't matter, because if someone's falling out because they don't connect with us, they don't resonate with what we're talking about, they wouldn't close the deal anyways. So now we're basically naturally pushing people away that we wouldn't have closed. We're not wasting any time. But because we're using all the things that I talked about above, the people that are interested, they're going to be very interested to continue. So once we have the IG profile set up, now we're going to be providing all the different things that we mentioned earlier. So now we'll be sending them to some content through the different reels or posts. I might even send them to my YouTube. YouTube, the benefit of YouTube is, again, to get them closer to that 7 hours, get more results, connect with me deeper, spend more time together. We also want to send them to our different resources. So we have our lead magnet, which right now we have the Marketing Machine Playbook. This could be, again, an SOP, cheat sheet, free community, anything to get them to raise their hand and reach out, start a conversation, exchange their contact information to then get that resource. And then throughout all these different resources, we're going to be putting in call to actions. So call to actions here, the goal is to take them further along our sales process. So the call to action might be book a call. It might be message me for more information, right? And the call to actions goal right here is to, again, move them even further. So then once they book the call, during the call, we're going to be presenting them the offer and hopefully closing the deal. All right, so that's how everything kind of breaks down. And throughout this entire process, we have a lot of different things that basically extract the most value out of our leads. So we have the automated leads machine, which is mostly going to be posting the right type of content, but also using ads so that we can have a consistent flow of new leads, so that all this together is pushing a lot of people towards our main platform. And then we use a microwave method. So the microwave method is using retargeting ads and the right resources to get our leads warmed up as fast as possible. Some people have very long lead times because they're not providing enough value to their audience. Some people are having a leaky bucket that are flowing out because people aren't getting thrown back in. So we might lose some people, but because of the retargeting ads, they get pushed right into the bucket. And retargeting ads, what you can do with these is that basically every single time someone engages with my profile, they're going to get picked up. And again, another reason why I love Instagram, because they have Meta and it's a very great resource to use. So whenever someone is going to engage with a post, may that be a comment, a like, even if they start to follow me, that's all considered engagement. And then I can target those people inside my retargeting. And so with my retargeting, I might have some direct call to action posts, or I might be sending them back towards my different resources here. So I might be sending them literally right to my reels that I have. I might be posting direct links to my VSL or different trainings. I might also be encouraging them to message me to get access to my resources. And so now every single time they hop on the platform, they're getting more and more resources for me. They're getting more and more value, so that then if they're kind of losing out before, losing interest, now they're going to get pushed back in so that you become the person for them if they need this outcome. And then below we have the Velcro Vortex. So this is something that we can basically get them stuck to you. So whenever we get that contact information, now we can use that with the right automations to send them marketing campaigns through email, SMS, different automations, so that they're constantly going to be pushed towards you and you stay top of mind, so that whenever someone's ready to buy, you're the person. So by using all this together, the entire goal is for you to become you equal the results, okay? And it becomes unavoidable because they're seeing you all the time. They're already getting wins for free. They're receiving texts and emails from you. So putting this all together is what makes this process so effective. So that's why not only do we set up a lot of authority through our profile, but if we pair this together with the right marketing machine, now you become unstoppable. So hopefully this video kind of shines some light on what you can do through Instagram to start to get more results on the platform. If you start to implement the different things I talk about, you're definitely going to get more engagement. You're going to get more leads coming in and hopefully signing a lot more clients. So go back through the video and start to implement the different things I talk about when it comes to the content or maybe your bio. That'll build you some more authority. And then once you pair that all together with the marketing machine, now you'll get a lot more results. But hopefully it shines some light. If you do want some help putting this all together, I have a free community called Coach Capital. Inside of here, we're going to show you how to build that profile, how to set up your first ad, and the different types of resources you want to provide for free to get those people to raise their hand and take the next step. So if you want access to that, click on the link down below and we'll send it over to you. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching this video and I'll see you on the next one.